This was my first full season of ECA Open, and it was sort of a grind. We finished with a 7-7 record, so it's not quite playoffs, we were really close, but it was honestly a lot better than what I was expecting because we just didn't have any prep time and we're kind of learning as we went, like live during the matches. So there was a lot of like highs, there was a lot of lows, but most importantly, there was a lot of lessons. So for some context, I did play as the entry, and most of the maps on CT side, I did play like a rotator type deal, or I would just play mid. It just depended on the map. But the goal was to push myself in a structured environment, and ultimately, I did want to make IM. Obviously, we didn't quite make it, but like I said, there's a lot of lessons to take away from the season, and hopefully, the next season goes pretty well. And now let's get into what made the season good. Won a lot. I think this was definitely one of our better T sides on Mirage because I was less of a hard entry in con, and we all pushed up, and I was able to trade people. We were also down one or two at some points, and I just kept running through the site and getting the trades, and it helped us secure the round. So I was really happy with this round, and as you can see, like I said, it converted, so it was really good. This was another one where I felt like we should have easily closed out faster, but they didn't really have a game plan most of the time. I felt like they kind of like just waited and I guess like played really slow to try to find picks. I guess to like see if we would overextend, but we did not, and we had a 5v4 already this round. I already knew they're in mid as well, so I'm kind of happy that my teammate on A takes space in A main, and then I drop back into site, and that's how the round ends. So this was really good for us, and we stayed composed and finished the game. For this one, I wanted to include it because these guys on the other team, they kind of shit talked us in the beginning of the round. For context, they said something like, "I hope you guys practiced," and one of them even said like, "If you guys want, I can coach you," or something like that. But I wanted to include this because we stuck in it. A lot of the post plans just didn't go our way, so that's why the score line was so close. But we're obviously the better team.
Yeah, hey, I guess we practiced.
Now we can get into some of the bad of the season. So as you can see, the score is 9-3, and we do end up winning this pistol round, so it's 10-3. We should have the second, it's called the buy round or whatever. You just they're gonna have bad guns, but this is where it's bad because we should know they're gonna do like something kind of crazy or like a B pop or an A pop, and we lose B, and then the retake attempt isn't the greatest either from us. And you might be thinking like, oh, why is this so bad? You guys still won? Well, that's one of the things we struggled, in my opinion, was being kind of inconsistent between halves. Like some of our games, our T sides looked really good, but then we would fall apart on CT, or just the other way around. Sometimes we would start off really strong on CT, and then our T side was just like not really good. So it's pretty rough because if you can't like close the games, you basically throw away the game no matter how good you look on one side. So that's what I mean by all of this. And sometimes it's on me, the mistakes. Like, for example, in this, I get the first pick, and all game I've been shutting them out con. So for me, in my opinion, I don't think I should have played so scared and just tucked into stairs because that angle is so bad, and I let him walk up on me. I should have just took the fight, but it happens. Looking back, there were a lot of mistakes this season, and of course, not just mine, but as a team. On T side, a lot of our rounds didn't come together because our spacing and trading just wasn't that consistent. Most of the time when I was entering, and that's the bad thing, was I became a hard entry because the team was just not exactly ready to trade. there are plenty of rounds where I'd either die first or get a kill, and the follow-up would just never happen. And, without everyone, clicking together, it just turned me as the entry, it just turned it into like a disadvantage rather than me opening a site. And, more so when they had demos of us using the same exact plays or default and never changing it up, which made us super easy to read and like predictable. And then, for our CT sides, like some sites just kept getting hit repeatedly, or they would keep doing the same play over and over, and we just wouldn't adjust enough as a team. And it, costed us rounds we probably could have won. And also on some of these maps on CT side, I was playing in the star position, but I didn't really have the support to really control the map and impact the rounds. For example, like Mirage Middle is such an important like piece of map control, and we just didn't really fight for it on our CT sides, which, it just reinforces that it's not about one person trying to do everything, it's more of a team. And, that's basically the key lesson on our CT sides is it's a team game, and it's about how everyone reacts together, adapts and supports each other. I also wanted to add, sometimes our CT sides felt like we were playing to not die, but we weren't playing to like end the round, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if you're on a site, for me, if I'm anchoring it, I'm not planning on surviving, I'm planning on trying to kill all of them, if that makes sense. Even if that means like I go in and I get 1 or 2, I know my teammate will have the same mentality of like, we're just gonna kill all of them and secure the round, if that makes sense. So yeah, we went 7-7. It wasn't playoffs, but I still think it was a solid first season to learn from. I wanted to make this recap instead of posting all of the raw matches that I had left over, because, there is a lot to take away from this season, and, the highs, the lows, and all the lessons we should learn as a team. But hopefully it does give you some insight into what it's like grinding ECA, and hopefully, I'll be using everything to learn to push further next season. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will keep grinding.